Interesting Lamar Jackson news starting to emerge, and it's not contract related. He's got a new OC in Declan Doyle, who worked under your guy Ben Johnson last year in Chicago. Now, he's never called plays, but apparently he's riding Lamar Jackson pretty hard in practice. Here's Lamar talking about being challenged by his new coach.
I'm being challenged right now. It's a new system. A lot of terminology within this system. Nothing really transitioned over from the last system just like before, because we had certain things. When we was with Monkey, we brought some things over from G-Roll system, what I was comfortable with, what a lot of guys were comfortable with. But in this system, it's different. It's all deck, and I feel like everybody's hands-on. We dialed in.
That'll be fun.
Well, interesting, he's talking about an entirely new system and being challenged by an offensive coordinator who's like younger than you and I. And, oh, by the way, there's a report in this Baltimore Sun article that at times Doyle is swearing at Lamar Jackson. That's something I did not anticipate. I'm wondering maybe they realize, hey, we got to coach this guy hard. But I just wonder with, the new head coach, new OC, a lot of newness for a team with an 11.5 point win total.
Yeah, that's an under bet for me. I don't know if Jesse Minter's a head coach. I know he's a great coordinator. You never know on this stuff. Did you think Tom Coughlin was going to go Boston College to beat Belichick and Brady in 2 Super Bowls? You just don't know. You never know.
I absolutely love this. Yes, you want to be challenged. Yes, you want accountability. Yes, you want your coach getting on your quarterback. Folks, this is exactly what I've been saying all along. This is what I've been preaching. And for some reason, Lamar Jackson fans got angry at me and upset because I said Lamar needs to be held accountable, and they got really worked up about it. And I said, every quarterback needs to be held accountable. Every single one. And now they have it. They've got a coaching staff that's actually going to do that. This is fantastic. If you're a Ravens fan, you should be thrilled. I don't know why JMAC is trying to spin this as something negative right now. This is a positive. This is amazing. If you're a Ravens fan, you should be like, yes. Let's go. Let's go. Before I go any further, please, 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 Baltimore Ravens fans, don't forget to subscribe and watch the full length of the video. When you do that, views go through the roof, subscribers go through the roof, and it's not about chasing views or chasing subscribers, it's about being able to create Baltimore Ravens content that people genuinely want to watch and discuss. So we can keep having the most unbiased, grounded, honest conversations about the Ravens. It makes a huge difference to watch the full video, and I would really, really appreciate it. But yes. This is great. Seriously. This is what I've been saying all off-season, I guess, and maybe even toward the end of last season. But this is fantastic. You want a new system. I said this a million times too. I said, if I'm watching the Ravens and they're winning games, but everything just looks the same, then I have a problem with that. Now Lamar is saying, everything is new. Everything is changing. In previous years, there was a lot of overlap and carryover. He says, that's not the case anymore. Amazing. Fantastic. Great. Love it. And he's being pushed, right? And he's being coached hard? Yes. Love it. That's what I mean by accountability. Jalen needs to be accountable. Mahomes needs to be accountable. Allen needs to be accountable. Stafford needs to be accountable. That's why when Lamar Jackson fans got mad, I showed a clip of Sean McVay talking about accountability for Stafford, and I said, see? This is what I'm talking about. Accountability, accountability, accountability. And I don't think they had accountability under Harbaugh in past seasons. I don't think there was any real accountability. And that shows up on the field. That shows up in their lack of discipline. You see it. That's when you see the most ridiculous penalties at the most ridiculous times, and just a sheer volume of penalties. That's how you lose the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Lack of accountability. That changes now. So this is awesome. This is the best news you could hear in the offseason right now. The best news. And yeah, Lamar is going to struggle at the beginning. It's going to be hard. It's going to be different. It takes time. It takes months. It takes years to master a new system. Years. I won't play those clips now because I've already played them a bunch of times recently. But it takes years to master these newer offenses. Years. So there will be growing pains. And listen, Lamar is obviously an elite quarterback. Lamar also still has his get-out-of-jail-free cards that can help him manage it in a way that a younger or less elite quarterback wouldn't have at his disposal. But yeah, there'll probably be some growing pains, and I can guarantee you there are growing pains right now on the practice field. Guarantee it. Just even learning new terminology, as Lamar said. Terminology always changes from offense to offense. And football terminology is so wild, so different, that Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels used to make fun of Bill Belichick for not knowing offensive terminology. This is Bill Belichick. And he couldn't speak the offensive lingo. They would tease him about it, obviously jokingly. That's just how crazy football is. So even that process is something you just have to get through. So I love it. And the reality is this, when you have someone as great and as special as Lamar, as gifted as he is, especially physically, you really have to push those types of players and really hold them accountable as much as possible, because it's so easy for them to just revert back to what they know. They'll still be able to be successful, right? They'll get away if it. And it's like, that's great, that's worked for you in the past. That's great that it worked for you in this moment. But it's not what's ultimately going to get us where we need to be. And we're seeing that in real time with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, where the coach comes in and says, "That's great, you can make that unbelievable throw against the Los Angeles Rams. That's great. That's amazing. That's incredible. Having that get-out-of-jail-free card is incredible. But it's not going to last, and it's not ultimately going to be the reason we win a Super Bowl. In fact, it was all the other reasons why we ended up not beating the Rams, not because of that magical play. And if you did all the other stuff at a higher level, you wouldn't have even needed that magical play. Okay? Got it? Great. You have to stay on them because they can make exceptional plays. Lamar can make exceptional plays. So he could be like, whatever. I mean, Lamar is the type of player where you could throw out an entire game plan, an entire offense. Lamar may be one of the only quarterbacks in the NFL. Probably Lamar and Josh Allen at this point are the only quarterbacks where you could actually just not know the play. The quarterback could have no idea what the play is. He could just walk up to the line and say, "All right. I don't know. Whatever. You guys just run wherever you want. Offensive line, just buy me some time. Just give me an extra second, man. We'll call hike, and you guys do whatever you want." And I'm not saying it's going to be great. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying it's going to work out every time. But pretty much every other quarterback, that would go nowhere immediately. Whereas I feel like Lamar could actually still win games. Again, it's not ideal, obviously. This is still the NFL. You need to be buttoned up. You need to actually have plays. You need to have structure and coaching. But they would find some sort of way through it more often than you'd expect. A surprising amount. And on one side, that's amazing and insane. On the other side, it's one of the biggest reasons it hurts you. I just know even from my own experience when I was coming up and playing, when you're learning a new way to do something, or learning a new technique, especially anything mechanical, it's always uncomfortable in the beginning, and it always feels like you're getting worse. Something as simple as, we want you to throw from here rather than there, and it feels wrong, uncomfortable. I think about how Steph Curry's dad changed his shooting mechanics. His brother told the story that when he was a kid, he was already an elite shooter, yet his dad said, "You have to change your shot. You need a higher arc. You have to change it." And he struggled at first. He remembers Curry crying, so upset because it was so much harder, and it didn't feel like it was working. Your mind says, just go back. You don't really trust the coach. Coach says, trust me, this is what you need to do. You question it. It feels wrong. And when you are as special and elite as Lamar, it's so easy for him to revert to, no, I'm going to do it the way I've done it my whole life. It's hard. And it's so easy to keep reverting back to what you know. Lamar essentially said that in 2024. He straight up said that after the Eagles' loss. He said, I'm just going to do it my way. In the short term, that works. But in the long term, you want to see growth. You want to see that next level. I promise you Patrick Mahomes does not play his own way. Same with Tom, same with Stafford, same with Peyton. Favre played his own way, and he had some really awesome moments and exciting moments. But if we're really being honest, he underperformed. Didn't win enough. Aaron Rodgers, same story. It's like, interesting. So yeah, you can definitely be successful. You can definitely win. You can even cement yourself as an all-time great. But if you want to get to that next level, you have to go beyond that. So I love this. I can't believe this was even remotely being twisted or positioned as a potential negative. Apparently someone's cursing at him and saying, challenged? Some young guy younger than us is challenging Lamar? Yeah, it's great. That's amazing. That's awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens? How does a story like this land for you? Do you love it? Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you be part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.